Fans of the PS3 hit The Last of Us won't be left behind this Valentine's Day. The first batch of single-player DLC for the game is expected to arrive on February 14th. It's known as Left Behind and will be a prequel set before the events of the main game. Players will take control of a younger version of Ellie, but instead of the gun-toting Joel, her companion this time around will be another teenage girl named Riley.
Oh, are you kidding me? Come on.
Expect more single-player DLC for the game to break out later this year. If you're hoping for a PlayStation 4 version of The Last of Us, Sony has confirmed that it will be one of the new games playable on their new PlayStation Now streaming service. It'll launch this summer on the PS3 and PS4, and will eventually make its way to other devices like smart TVs, tablets, and smartphones. Marissa will have more on PlayStation Now with a look at Sony's offerings at CES later in the show. Things are getting bigger and better in the dark historical drama, Da Vinci's Demons. Following the cliffhanger finale of the first season, the upcoming season will see Leonardo embark on a journey that takes him to the farthest reaches of the globe. The show's writing team also promises to delve even deeper into the character's dark psyche, exploring more of his inner demons. Creator David S. Goyer always wanted to go big with the second season.
In the first season, we promised that Leonardo was going to go on a journey in the quest for the Book of Leaves and the Vault of Heaven. And so I said to Stars, promise a journey, we got to take him on a journey. I want to take him out of Florence. They said, no, that means we have to build new sets. And I said, yeah, and do second unit and all of that. So we go to a couple different countries in season 2. It's bigger, bolder, badder, all of that. It's fun.
The second season of Da Vinci's Demons will premiere on Saturday, March 22nd, and we'll have more interviews before then. David S. Goyer says he already has an endgame planned for the show, whenever that might be.
It's time to save the future.
Everyone finally knows when they can start playing the new adventure game, Broken Age. Those who backed the project on Kickstarter have already received their early copies of Act 1, and now Double Fine Productions has announced that everyone else will be able to start playing on January 28th. That's when it will launch on PC, Mac, and Linux computers, but don't worry, console and mobile versions are also in the works. Broken Age is a throwback to the classic point-and-click adventure games of the 80s and 90s, with a strong emphasis on characters, story, exploration, and art style. Creator Tim Schafer got his start working on those old games, and he wanted to tell a unique story that unfolds in 2 parts.
It starts with a split screen where the boy's on one side and the girl's on the other, and the boy's name is Shay. He lives all alone on a spaceship being controlled by this overmothering computer. But then there's also the story of Bella, who has been chosen by her town for what they say is a great honor, which is to be sacrificed to this hideous monster named Mogchathra so that her town may live in peace for another 14 years. And she decides, maybe I don't want to be eaten by this monster, maybe we should fight the monster. How about that? Kill the monster. And that leads her onto a whole different set of adventures. And what happens between the two of them is about part of the mysteries of the game that you'll uncover when you play it.
Make sure you watch the rest of our interview with Tim Schafer by heading over to epdaily.tv. Act 2 of Broken Age will be released later this year.
Time to grab the wheel of this ship and steer it straight into the storm.
It looks like another actor wants in on Marvel's tiny superhero adventure, AntMan. Earlier this week, Wall Street star Michael Douglas joined the cast of the new film alongside Anchorman's Paul Rudd in the lead role.
Oh, it's gonna get stanky.
Now, End of Watch and Gangster Squad star Michael Pena is rumored to be in talks for an unknown part.
Don't ask, don't tell.
Ant-Man is a superhero with the ability to alter his size, allowing him to infiltrate high-security facilities and take on enemies in different ways. The film is being directed by Edgar Wright, so audiences can expect it to have a comedic tone similar to his previous films like Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz. Shooting begins soon. And speaking of cutting-edge performance capture technology, there's going to be at least 2 familiar blue faces when audiences return to Pandora. 20th Century Fox has officially confirmed that Sam Worthington and Zoe Saldana will be back for all 3 of the new Avatar movies. They'll once again provide the voices of the big blue aliens and also don high-tech performance capture suits in order to act out their movements and facial expressions. They won't be the only returning characters. The first film's villain, Stephen Lang, will also be back.
Nothing's over while I'm breathing.
But there's still no word on exactly how his character managed to survive his apparent demise. All 3 of the new Avatar movies will be shot back to back to back, with production slated to begin later this year in New Zealand. The first of the sequels will pop off theater screens in December 2016.